Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. I wanted to have a little talk with people about a couple of comments I had on the YouTube channel around readings. I want to say firstly that I have always got the most positive feedback from you guys, the most beautiful comments. But firstly, I want to say I don't give away free readings, and I do have people occasionally write to me and say they want a free reading or can they have a free reading. I do put that on my page. I do run competitions. I used to do them more frequently, but obviously I've got quite busy and it isn't always easy to do. No other reason at all. But I don't give away free readings. They're not you or me. They're not in our best karma to do that. There has to be an exchange, and that's gone back to the days of the gypsy when you crossed a palm with silver. There has to be an exchange for an energy to be given across. So giving it away freely is not good karma for either one of you. That's why when I run competitions, I don't just give away a free reading. I ask for something from you. And in terms of, whether it's something about who you are, where you're from, there has to be that energy exchange. So please don't write to me and ask me for free readings, because I will not do them. I will, however, if you write to me and say you need an answer for something and you can only afford a certain amount of money, then I might consider whether that is enough to exchange that gift. If I was a plumber, or I was building houses, or I was selling something in a shop, I wouldn't give it to you for free. Why? Because there has to be that exchange. It is not healthy to think that you can have something for nothing by begging for it. So that's the first thing I want to say to you. So please don't beg me for free readings. I don't like it. It's bad karma. The other thing I want to talk about is, a lot of people don't realize their own negativity. Sometimes when you do something, you need to listen very carefully to what you say. It's a matter of really understanding that the words that come out of your mouth help shape the way you see your world. Now, I know in particular a couple of people who constantly talk about, how to do this, but actually are quite negative themselves, but don't see it because they're so busy trying to make everybody else be positive that they don't see their own negativity. So this is a really good time for self-reflection. It's about just stopping for a moment and listening to what you say, because listening to what you say does shape the world you live in. So being able to self-reflect, being able to listen to our words, and being able to understand that sometimes our words come out in a way that may limit us to better opportunities. So, for example, saying you're too old for something, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I'm obviously nearly 62 and I'm only just starting to get my business off the ground after a lifetime. I certainly don't feel that 62 is an age that stops people from doing things. People like Colonel Sanders with Kentucky Fried Chicken, for example, who was, I don't even remember how old, but I'm pretty sure he was 60-ish when he first got that off the ground. And lots of other people too. Just go and Google it. But don't think that you're not entitled, or you won't fall in love, or life can't give you something because you've reached a certain pinnacle in your life. Because if that is your mindset, then that is what the universe will hand you. If you say you can't do this or you can't do that, then the universe is listening and they will make sure you can't do that, because that is how you're setting your mind up. Do not discount the power of your own thoughts, feelings, and what you say to the world. Okay, I've had the biggest blurb I've had in a long time. So I just want to say it because I feel that people sometimes need to hear, or stop and listen to themselves to understand how important it is. So if you walk around telling yourself how sad and miserable you feel, well, of course you're going to feel sad and miserable, because that's what's going to happen. If you tell yourself you're not going to get a job because, you didn't feel you performed well, or, you didn't do well at the interview, then you're not going to get the job, because the people on the other side of the fence are going to hear that message from you and decide perhaps that you're not worthy. So try to remember that what you speak creates. Okay, let's do your bonus read with the Lover's Path Tarot. Oh, oppression. This is the Tower. Now, it's funny because when I was doing the reading on Moonstruck TV yesterday, the flower, that's an interesting Freudian slip. The Tower flipped out on me. So I am thinking that for this energy that's been coming up in the cards now, probably for several months around a Tower moment, is very close now. So the Tower talks about, and exactly what I've just been talking about, breaking down old beliefs, old things that you've believed about the way things are. So I don't even know where to go with this because I feel like I'm going to reach a lot of people with this. The Tower is about building your ideas, your wishes, your dreams on faulty foundations. So believing that person's going to come in on a white horse and save you from your life. I do hear people saying things like, well, you know, I don't have to do anything, it will just come to me. Well, yeah, perhaps it will, but perhaps you still have to put some energy out there of making some sort of effort. So there's some beliefs here that you are believing about yourself and your life, isn't this beautiful, that are about to show themselves to you and break down in some big way here. Behind that, I have the card of awakening. Which is quite incredible, really. So we are going from some sort of situation here that's perhaps waking us up to how we're doing things in our life. We are going to complete a cycle here with the Ten of Swords. So this is about closing something out. It's the end of negative thinking, the end of, and that's obviously why I blurbed up the front, negativity, end of believing or building your life on this faulty foundation. And again, coming back to what you've been taught. So maybe someone said it to you and they have a great influence on you, and because of that, you believe. I'm trying to think of an example for you. So it could be, for example, that you've been told that you would never be an astronaut. Let's just take that right out, because I mean, that's a really extreme thing for some people. And there seems to be some sort of awakening here. So maybe you've got an appointment to go for an interview to be an astronaut. And all of a sudden, all of those things you thought weren't going to happen or weren't true will all of a sudden melt away because that is being presented to you. Behind that, we have this awakening. So because of that, maybe a lot of other things are falling away now. Maybe it's just not about being the astronaut. Maybe it's, well, I was believing that, so what other things was I believing in my life about myself that couldn't happen? Because behind that, we have this Ten of Swords, which says to me, there is a close down of all those things that you thought about yourself. This is all of those things going. All of those thoughts that you've had that have stuck in your back and kept you where you are, they're all moving because of this Tower. And then we have some sort of truth coming in here. Some sort of truth. So it may be that somebody has, and Four of Pentacles. So it may be this is letting go. This is letting go of the energy. Maybe somebody just says something or does something. Maybe there's a change in your life where you receive an opportunity that you never thought possible. Something is about to happen to you to put you on this new path of understanding how your thoughts affect how you are. Okay, so we have an offer coming in. A Page of Cups brings in some sort of gift. So this is the person that's going to do this for you. This person, this situation, something is being offered here. And it's huge. Look at the size of it. So whatever it is, it may only look small coming in, but its impact is huge. Okay, and then we have you moving away. Repeat card from the What's Cracking reading. Have you moving away from something that no longer serves you. Being able to give things away because they don't forward you in your life. Being able to recognize that and not hang on to it. So if somebody tells you something after that, after this Tower moment, if somebody comes in and tells you something that you believe isn't true or it's not, you're not going to take it on board anymore. You're going to understand that it doesn't serve you and you can move forward. Okay, so we have the card of transformation coming out here. So this card talks of something changing dramatically. You're going from one time in your life into a new time. This is giving you the opportunity. It's funny because Persephone's on there. And I've been really having this fascination with Persephone lately. I really need to go and have a good read up on her. But this is about changing something completely in order to move forward. So maybe it's an aspect of yourself that's held you back for such a long time, because you're moving into a period here of absolute stability. So this is taking you from unsure, maybe having a low self-esteem, maybe not feeling confident, maybe feeling like you can never get something again, you know, those sort of ideas that get stuck in your head, that you're able to move forward from now. So the Four of Swords comes in to say you need some time out, because it's going to take time to sort of digest this. Six of Pentacles. So this is about equal distribution of wealth here. So it's about understanding how putting into the universe gives you back. Okay, and we do have the Princess of Coins here. So the Prince of Coins must be the Knight of Coins in this deck. Okay, let me just put the rest of the cards out. I'm going to give it a good read, because it's mostly Four of Cups coming in here. Not accepting things anymore if they do not serve you as a person. We do have you walking into the strength here, so taming that inner demon. That Tower is going to do something to help you get rid of this dark side that's held you back for such a long time. Seven of Swords coming in. So I wanted to put another card on the Seven of Swords, and I've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so being able to speak up, being able to no longer try and get away with something here. So maybe it's something that you've always had or held within you that you have been unwilling to let go of. All right. So we have some sort of Tower moment here that's bringing in an awakening. This is going to help you get rid of any negativity or any ideas in your life that you would not get to where you want to be. So something is holding you back here. These swords in your back are stopping you achieving. The Page of Swords coming in here tells me that some truth is about to be revealed to you here. Could it come in the form of an apology as well? But you are now able to let go of these burdens that you carry around with you. This is really deep, but very beautiful. So what we have here is this negative idea here. Negative thinking, negative hanging on to thoughts or ideas or learnings or situations that have eroded your self-esteem and your confidence, but they've become very much a part of who you are. And what's happening, oh my goodness, this reading is really long. What's happening here is there is some sort of situation here where the universe is giving you an opportunity to break down all of these old beliefs, to be able to let them go, to be able to walk away from them here in order to move forward. There is a blending of your dark side with your light side. So you're understanding that what those things are that have held you back, they may be a part of your learning and everything, but it's being able to accept that's part of where you've come from, who you are, because you're now moving forward here and you're definitely transforming and giving away stuff that no longer serves you. Now, there's this feeling here that what you've held on to may have been, you may have always been a restless sleeper, you may have always been an anxious person, you may have always been a person who maybe overthinks things or deliberates on things or can't make a decision. Whatever it was for you in your past, whatever this is coming in for you, it's going to help you break that down so that you can move forward in a way that is much more beneficial to you, and you can rebuild stability and have a much better life without those things there, because you will not be held back. You will be able to manifest the life you want. But this is about acceptance, understanding, and gracefully accepting whatever this is that breaks this or cracks this open for you. I'm not going to draw an oracle card. We're already up to 15 minutes. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.